Alright, so before this video starts, I would just like to announce we are doing a Scuff gaming controller giveaway on the channel. All you guys have to do is subscribe to the channel. As soon as we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away 2 Scuff controllers to you guys. My code right now is 10% off if you guys want to use it, but let's jump right into the video. Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what I currently think is the best SMG in Modern Warfare. I have recently been testing out a bunch of different attachments on the MP7, and I have found that this gun has so many positives about it and very few negatives. Now, I've made a bunch of videos, and as you guys know, in every video, I try to break down the gun as a whole, and then go over what attachments affect the gun and what attachments not to use with the gun. So once again, we're going to do that in today's video. If you guys did not know, Scuff is having a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale going on right now. My discount code Trapgod is 10% off. If you guys want to buy yourself a Scuff controller like the one I use, make sure you guys use my code. But like I said, in today's video, we're talking about the MP7. So first thing I want to talk about is the positives, because I just used this gun for about an hour straight, and the positives of this gun is ridiculous. So the first thing I noticed most, which I'll showcase a couple of clips on the screen right now for you guys, the number one thing I noticed is this is one of the few guns I've noticed I'm able to take down multiple people at once. So with a lot of guns, they have a high fire rate with a low ammo cap. It's like the AUG, the M13, the M4. They all have a little bit of ammo with a high fire rate. So it's pretty hard to get like 2, 3, 4 kills in a row without reloading. So that is the one thing I noticed with the MP7. I was able to take down a ton of people at the same time. I think I got 3 triple kills and I think 1 5-man on screen, all in the same game with this gun. It does have a low recoil along with a extended range with a high ammo. So compared to the AUG, only has 25 rounds. This has 40 by default. This is one of the very few guns that I use this 60 round mag on. Do I think the difference between 50 and 60 is that big for the movement speed? I think the fact that you get a lower movement speed with the 60 round mag is worth using, because this gun has a really good range and the recoil pattern is absolutely insane. So the best thing about this gun is the attachments have a massive effect. So like I said, this gun has an absolutely insane, ridiculous accuracy. So the recoil is very minimal, as in up to down and left to right, very minimal. So in order to counter the recoil and give this the best no recoil pattern possible, I use the Commando foregrip. I think this is my #1 always recommended attachment for the SMGs. It increases recoil stabilization as well as your aiming stability. Aiming stability, if you guys aren't familiar, basically is when you're aiming down sight, your gun is going to sway. With that increase, your gun is going to have less sway, so easier to get your first shot to hit. The recoil stabilization helps the gun shoot in a straight pattern versus kicking left to right. And obviously you're just going to lose a little bit of movement speed. So with this gun being, it's almost like an assault rifle to me. I get a negative movement speed by adding the mag and the grip, but it's not something I really noticed that much. And then I obviously use the FSS Recon. As most of you guys know, I say it all the time, I play Ground War a lot. I love Ground War. I've been playing the farm map a lot with this gun and noticed that it's just as good as an assault rifle to me in a lot of these maps. And then that close range, when I get into those houses, I'm able to take down a lot of people with this gun close range. So the FSS Recon is basically the long barrel. Increased damage range, increased bullet velocity, increased recoil. So I'm going to get an increase in my accuracy in exchange for a lower movement speed and a lower ADS speed. So as most of you guys know, I say in every single video, in order to counter that, we're going to get a slower movement speed. We're going to get less of an ADS speed. So in order to counter that, I run the no stock attachment, which increased my movement speed significantly along with my ADS speed. And then I also run the stippled grip tape, which increases my ADS speed. So obviously having a little bit slower movement speed is going to be pretty big. But the best thing to note about this is the attachments, which is, you know, it's pretty simple. This is like a basic Call of Duty setup. Grip, long barrel, extended mags with quick draw. So this is like the basic, most simplistic setup that has been around for a decade in COD. But yet on this gun in specific, I think these attachments significantly increase the gun's ability. Not saying my setup in specific, but with this gun, I've noticed the negatives are easily counterable. So this gun has a lot of positives. So the accuracy is increased, the range is increased, your mobility is increased, and your ammo count is increased in exchange for, from what I can tell, a little bit worse recoil patterns. So absolutely amazing gun. I definitely think right now this is the best SMG in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If there's one attachment that would make a difference, is if you're not playing Ground War, you're playing, you know, a different smaller arena map. The TAC laser is definitely something I'd recommend using. A laser sight. It's going to increase your ADS speed and then switching to the 50 round mag versus the 60 for playing a smaller map. But like I said, I play Ground War, and after testing it out a lot, I tested out the SWAT, I tested out the FSS Strike long barrels, and I did not really notice that big of a difference. I truly do believe these are the best attachments to use on it. Like I said, the Commando is what I always recommend on all of my SMGs, along with the stipple grip tape and the no stock. The big difference is on this gun in specific, I do use the ammunition, which on a lot of other guns I haven't really recommended. So like I said, this is what I personally think is the absolute best setup. This gun is absolutely amazing by default, and then the one thing I noticed most is adding attachments makes this gun absolutely amazing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, you guys want to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. We are so close to getting 1,000 subscribers. If you guys have been watching the videos, you guys are a subscriber, you guys are liking the videos. The channel has been doing insane the last 3 days. That's all thanks to you guys. So if you guys are a supporter, I really, really, truly do appreciate you, because I restarted on YouTube. I ended up leaving Twitch and coming back to YouTube because I personally enjoy YouTube more as a whole. So if you've been supporting, I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.